Mia! No, she's turned! No, no, no! One of those moments, right? I'm sorry if I scared you guys, but this is a survival horror game as its best, I have to say. Fortunately now here in the beginning you will see Mia as she is in the beginning, and I'm not going to spoil too much in this video, even though you have to be aware I will show things that are coming up later in the game. Now, very much welcome. This is Roger for the Splish Splash, and I am doing this review for the Button Smashers, and we're going to take a look into the game. And the gameplay you're watching in the background is me playing at a live stream. Not only one, actually, it was quite a few, and I'm grinding this game when it comes to live streaming. It's really fun. This is not only a game where you can play and get scared, actually the viewers can get pretty scared as well. I think so, if they haven't played it before. But before we get into it, we're going to just say that Resident Evil has been on for quite some time when it comes to the franchise. The game is developed by Capcom, and as I said, it's a survival horror game. And I remember back in the days getting the first PlayStation when I played this late night together with my wife. We were sitting there in the darkness playing it, and I remember still when I was in that mansion and the dogs came in through the window in the corridor, and that scared the shit out of me. Now a lot of time has passed, a lot of titles has come out, and I have played most of them, I have to say. I am a fan of the series, and another game that I enjoyed a lot was Resident Evil 4. Let me know if you have any favorite in this series and if you're actually playing it, or maybe thinking about buying this game. So the game was released on the 24th of January this year, and it's released on both PCs, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's worth to say also that the PlayStation 4 version is supported for PlayStation VR. So if you have that, you're able to play this in VR. I can't even imagine how absolutely frightening and terrifying that would be. This is the 11th game in the series of Resident Evil. Can you imagine? Time flies. But it's the first one in the series that it's supposed to be played from a first-person perspective. So how does that play? I mean, the former games were in third person, and maybe some of you guys that are, in the franchise and have been playing it for quite some time think that this is a bad option to do like this. For me, I think this is a good way of moving forward, doing something new with the series, and I do think it plays well from the very first moment when you start to play it. The game was presented already in June 2016 during E3 when Sony had their presentation, which is quite usual when it comes to these big titles. And already the same day they released a demo with the title Resident Evil 7 Teaser Beginning Hour on the PlayStation Store. And I did play that, and I felt already by then that this is something that I would like to buy. If you're new to this kind of game, you should know that this is a combination of a lot of things. You will definitely, as I said, experience fear, but also combat, exploration, and also item management. These are like the four pillars of this survival horror game. If you're new to this genre or you haven't played Resident Evil games, you should know that these games are all about like combinations of things, such as fear, well, we already talked about that, you saw that in the beginning, combat, exploration, and also item management. Because during the gameplay you will find things. First, you will find things that will help you towards your goal of solving things. It might be a weapon that you can actually use to defend yourself, but it can also be items that will keep your health up, like health kits, herbs that can be combined also with other items, and I think this feature is really nice. You're also limited how much you can carry, so in the save points in the game you have some coffins, and you can put things there in order to get more slots where you can put new things that you find in the game. And remember, if you play the game, try to save as often as possible because you don't know if you're gonna die or not. All these kind of items, again, as I told you, can be combined in different ways, maybe to get some ammo to become even better for you. I mentioned the visuals a bit as well, and of course in a survival horror game it's also very important with the sound, and I think it sounds good. I think this has been a great success for them when it comes to creating this in the all-new re-engine. You just saw Mia in the beginning, but who is she? Well, this is the background, you might say, of the story. Ethan Winters is the main character that you are playing most of the time in the game. He opens his inbox, and the last thing he expects was to find this email from his wife, because she has been missing for 3 years. And it was very simple. She's telling him that come get me, and there's also an address in Louisiana. This leads Ethan to a mansion, and already when I saw this mansion I knew that the game would start, if you get me right. But Ethan continues his search until a stranger attacks him and knocks him unconscious. Ethan has definitely no idea what awaits him when he wakes up, for he is now in the clutches of the Baker family. As I told you, we talked about bosses a bit, and the Baker family, you might say, is the bosses in the game, or at least the enemies, some of them. I won't spoil too much again, there are definitely other entities or things that you might meet in the game that wants to take your life as well. So the game offers a lot of experiences, both terrifying but also interesting ones. If you're someone that likes to play or solve puzzles as well, you're very much welcome into the game of Resident Evil Biohazard, because already from the beginning, when it comes to the first games, this was something that was implemented in the games quite early. And again, I told you that you collect items. It might be hard to understand when you find something what you're actually about to do with it. But as you go along, you will find more clues, and eventually you maybe go to see a painting, and maybe you can hold this object in front of the painting in order to solve a puzzle and find the hidden door or something. I think these kind of features in the game is very both fun to do. Usually I'm not that kind of puzzle guy that puts hours into solving these kind of things, but I have to say they are very well designed in the game. So for me, this game has started out 2017 really well. It's a well-designed game. As I told you, the re-engine is giving you great visuals and a good experience playing the game in first person. Again, as I mentioned, some of the guys that have been playing this series for a long time would prefer the good old third person. But I have to say, as I said before, I got pretty much into it already from the beginning, and I like the new perspective and how they're handling it. Also, this combination of fear, combat, these items to be managed is just very appealing to me, and I do think that that would be something for you to check out as well. So therefore I give it a big thumbs up if you want to check it out, and it's on Steam right now for 50 euros. You might find it a bit cheaper elsewhere. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please give me some feedback in the comment section, and a like, that would be appreciated. And see you soon again. Take care, people. Don't get too scared. Have a glass of water beside you, because your throat will be very dry after a while when you have been screaming playing this game. This was 40 Splish Splash, Roger, over and out. Bye bye. What's that, bitch? Oh shit! Oh god! Oh, he's taking the fucking chainsaw! Are you for real? Don't forget to subscribe to this wonderful YouTube channel, and also get into the buttonsmashers.com and check out the great articles, reviews, videos. It's all about gaming, anime, film, whatever so. And we have some great podcasters on this site as well. So go there, check it out, and become a part of the family.